Hello everybody, welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Well, the last episode was quite successful, and why is that? Because now, as we can see, our high-speed passenger trains are making some profit. When I look at the finances here, just look at that. Before that, it was always red, overwhelming, and now all of a sudden the blue comes closer, and finally, after the last month, we actually are more in a profit area here. Of course, this changes every time after a month passes by, so at the moment we do have some red here, but look at that, we have over 100 passengers of that passengers on this train here now for the first time, and I think we're finally turning those high-speed trains around to make them profitable. That's a very good achievement there, so they are profitable at some point, but of course you do need big cities for that. Lucky for us, our cities are growing. So in Caton we now have 180% target population growth. Pretty impressive, I'd say. So we are fulfilling here the construction material and the goods. We also have a huge public transport sector here. All of those things, of course, improve it. What is decreasing it is the poor sound quality emission rate. So we do have some emission here in that city, and it's a bit loud. I think that's the case. But we can't change that, of course, since we do have public transportation within the city. It's even worse in the Riverlands, as far as I know. No, it's actually -10 only, and plus 80% here in the Riverlands. Also, because we now have the trams here. When we look at that tram here, they're delivering all those people now to my station. So those people pay for my trams and they pay for my trains once they go to the stations there. So I get a lot of juice from them if they just want to use 2 of my lines there. Maryport is also looking good. So as I said in the previous episode, we are focusing on those 4 cities for some time now. We have Maryport here with 110. Maryport unfortunately has a huge emission rate here of -60%. I don't know why. I think it's because of the airport. So as far as I can see, there is no other way of seeing it. But I think it is the airport, because those planes, unfortunately, when they land, as like with this one here, Aircraft 1, they unfortunately fly right over the city. That is not good. So at some point, we'll have to relocate that airport there, so those planes don't fly over it anymore. The strange thing is, if I put on the lines, as you can see, with the airport here, they shouldn't cross the city here. So they should kind of like circle around the city. Unfortunately, they're not doing that. So that's I don't know why, perhaps a display bug or something, but they shouldn't do that, and they're doing it, and that's probably causing the high rate here for emission. But well, we can change that in the future. Now back to Sleepy Hollow. Last time we constructed this construction material line here now, so my transporters are also bringing that to Sleepy Hollow, and as we can see, we do have now and plus 80% here, because construction materials are really satisfied here with almost fully being used. Plus 80%, that's a plus 160%, so Sleepy Hollow is really high on that rate, and we don't even have public transport here yet. And look at the amounts of skyscrapers, and oh, we also got the first lightning on those buildings here. We are now in the year 31. So I haven't seen those before. They're definitely new here in Sleepy Hollow, and we want to start with some public transportation in that city now, to go probably over 200% on this one here, and then this will explode the city here. So once again, I want to use the tram to keep emission low as well, and also tram is just much nicer to look at. First of all, we will need to have some tram tracks again. In this case here, it's probably worth starting to think about 2 tram lines in a city once they get so big. And let me just have a look at that. Yeah, we will need to replace this one here. So another modernization about this train here. It should have electrical power already. Let's try to replace it with that here. And it needs iron. So probably, yeah, that cart here. Perfect. We were able to replace it. That means that we have electrical power on that line here too. So getting rid of those steam locomotives will be completed at some point. And here I was thinking about 2 tram lines as far as I know, so we could have one from down here going through that to the station, and then one going through that, or we have one big line. I'm not a fan of one big line. So we're just going to have 2 lines. One is starting out here, going then through the city center here, and then into that district here. And the other line is starting out here, going around this one here, because, you know, there are more buildings coming in here then soon. And crossing then with this line here. And then going to the station and turning around over there. I think that might be the best option that we have. So we are now crossing those 2 things there. Nothing here, so we will have another line going through that then. And then we do need the stations. And what I found out is you probably want to have 2 stations on either side of a line. Yeah, and then we're going to have 2 stations here. 2 stations here in the center. And then one here where it turns around. And the same thing here. So we have 1 station out here, 2 stations here close to the center. It's a terminal station here, so the entrance is here actually, not here. I thought at first it would be there, but it's actually here where we have that building, the entrance building in that terminal station. And then we do have 2 stations here in the center. Then it's crossing with that one here, going down here, far outside here again, and turning around here. Perfect, so 2 lines there for Sleepy Hollow. Now we do need to create them. So we do have the first one starting here. And then again to High Street, and we're calling this one here Tram Sleepy Hollow 1, because we also have, of course, a Tram Sleepy Hollow 2. That's this one here. Those stations are probably too close to each other, but can't change that now, or don't want to change that. I don't think it's that important. And Tram Sleepy Hollow 2. Right, now we just need, once again, a Tram Depot. There it is, and we're probably going to have it far outside here, yep. Perfect, and now I just need to purchase some. I'd say we start with 6. So 3 for each line. Tram Sleepy Hollow 1. And Tram Sleepy Hollow 2. Lots of trams are coming out of here now. This building there. And this will ramp up the speed here once again, so let's just wait for it. Public transportation is already going up here. That is public transportation, right? Yeah, public transport. As those trams fill the city of Sleepy Hollow. And now they're starting also to transport them. Residents already went up there once again. But the rate, yeah, now we are at 170. This should go up even more than, hopefully. Right, a new skyscraper comes out there. New streets appearing. I really love that system that those cities grow automatically. Yes, and that is still growing here. 600 now. I think it's the first city, Sleepy Hollow now, 600. Maryport has 400, Riverlands 400. Catan has 560. Yep, so Sleepy Hollow is probably the biggest city in the world right now. In this world here, we have town statistics. There we can see the size. Yeah, Sleepy Hollow is the biggest one here now. We're also with the highest transportation level that we have there. Even though we are only delivering one type of good, you know, like from Catan, we actually delivered 2 types, and it's still growing not that strong. And we are at 180 now of the growth here, and public transport is still going up. Really, really cool. And that also means, of course, that more people now will flood the terminal station here, as we can see. So more people are also going to use this high-speed station now. And that, of course, means more profitable trains. As we can see, it's already quite in the plus here. So those high-speed trains are making some serious dough now for me. And also filling up with more people there. Oh yes, all you people come into that station here. Can we actually follow one of those passengers there? I don't think so. Hey. Oh yes, we can actually follow him. Not in a first person mode though, but we can follow him with a kind of like drone camera from above. Right, as he makes his destination to the high speed, to commercial building in. Nope. Can we actually locate that? Oh yeah, he wants to go to Catan. Quite the other side of the world. That is. Right, so we are using that, and we do have an airport here. I still haven't figured out how to get a second lane here. You know, I would really love to have a second starting lane here for the planes, because if I want to have 2 airlines here, it's going to get quite busy on that airport. Right, and then Maryport. And we could just go up here. There we have a city, Southwold. Do we have public transport here in Bridgeport? Yes. But right, that's it for now. And now we want to think about something else. So here, I think, yep, the Riverlands. We are not delivering anything to the Riverlands yet, as far as I can see. Yep, nothing yet. Yet it grows good, you know, like 90% increase. We want to speed it up, of course, and it does need fuel. And the good thing is we have a fuel refinery here, which needs refined oil, which is here. And this one needs raw oil, or crude oil, which is here. So my question is now, can we have a ship here? Cargo harbor. Right, let's try this. Perhaps it works. I have a street connection now between the 2 of them. Oh yes, we do have a connection. And that means over here we should get a connection too, because that is much closer. Let's try it out. Too much slope there. This is possible though. Perfect. We also have a connection here, so we can actually use a ship. Our first ship line for that crude oil that we have here. Going over here to that refinery. Here we're going to use a train then. We can already use the tracks that we have here to that point here, and then deliver the fuel back here again to the Riverlands, and we can probably use that station here for that. So let's try this one here. We want to have the first ship line. Where can we have the ships actually coming out then? Shipyard. That's the one. Let's have a shipyard over here too. I don't know, but I don't know if it needs a street connection, but let's just give it one. I don't think so, but let's just have a street there. And let's have a look at the ships then. Oh my god, we got some good ships here. Dunara Castle, probably the oldest one. Yeah, 1875. Was the first ship to offer a regular passenger cargo service. Frontenac, that is just for passengers only, was built in New York at a price of $50,000 and used on Cayuga Lake for several decades. Klondike, compared to other steam wheelers, the Klondike had a significantly higher capacity with a similarly low draft. Oh, that can actually transport everything. The Schaffhausen flush deck side wheeler was the last paddle steamboat operated by Schweizer Dampfboot AG, which is 1913. And this one is the latest one. Nope, this one is actually the latest one. This one is a bit older. But this one here is specifically designed for oil, as we can see. 2 compartments. The Vandal was the world's first diesel-powered and diesel-electric ship. Let's purchase this one here. 1 million. We do need a line for that one here. Going over the river there. Oops, I need to, of course, ship oil. And then we just put this one here on the ship oil. Nope. Unable to find path to stop. No path for big ships. A path has been found, but only small ships are allowed to the path. Consider using small ship. Okay. Let's see. Build a large dock. Oh, I see. Is that not allowed yet? Large dock. Okay, so we need to build a large dock there. Let's also do the same thing here. Right? That should work now. Nope. But we do have large docks now here. Why is that not working? Oh, large landing. We do need a landing as well. Which is here now. And also on that side here. But what changed? I think we have cranes here now, or in the future we have cranes here. At the moment we don't. Yeah, this looks empty, look at that. And this one here we have now some stairs here and probably some cranes too when it gets more modern. So now it should be usable. Nope, still not usable. We do have a large landing now. I'll probably need to redo the ship there. The line for that. Ship oil. Let's try it again. Still not workable. Now it worked. Thing is, I had to remove the small landing just in front of it, so look at that, we now have a broad landing here for one ship only, because I think it was still using the small landing there. And now, as we can see, oil is piling up here already. So the first ship, our first ship is coming out now, and it's the oil tanker that we are using now. I mean, it is an oil tanker. Oh, and it has been cut into pieces there. This is really cool. We have ships now too. I love that. And lots of oil is coming in there fast already. And let's just see what it's doing there. Loading it. Perfect. We also get the achievement here, buy a ship and run a line. 40 tons so far, so it has a lot more space there. And on its way now, on this huge river that we have there in the middle of our map. Oh, beautiful. On its way now over there, and I think one ship might actually be not enough. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if it's full then after that time period there. And that's lots of oil coming in now into that area here. So what we can do here now is use a train station. I wonder, is that close enough? Let's see if it's close. I don't think so. I highly doubt it. But let's just try it out for the good of it. If that is close enough. Oh, it's actually close enough. Look at that. We can actually have a second ship line going there to deliver the oil. That is just amazing. Now, let me show you what I've done here. Configure, and we need to delete the small landing that we have here. And then we place a large dock on it. And then we place a large landing on it. That's it. That is just amazing. We can use a ship line for that as well. That is beautiful. Over here to that point here, we call it ship refined oil. And we need another big vandal for that. And put it on that ship refined oil, working as intended. There it's coming out. So 2 ships now for the oil. And the other one is over here. Well, let's see, this time it should be quite full. Look at that, how much oil is waiting here for this one. And of course those are only the first ships that we have now, 1930. So there are better ships coming then. I think 1 is enough. Right, let's see if it's full. Oh, well, it's full. And there's not much oil left, so I don't think 2 ships might be good here. Or perhaps there are. Perhaps we should have a second ship here. Because it's piling up way too fast and transport is only 10%. It was capping for quite a while. Nothing in store yet. So this ship can't get any oil so far. But I just love it that we have 2 ship lines here and we don't need a passenger. We don't need a train on that line here to create one. And it's going to be interesting then what we need to do with those bridges. But what I can see is, did they elevate themselves? I think they got bigger on their own now, those bridges there. Yeah, because there can certainly ships passing through that now. Not through that one here, we'll have to replace this one there. But I think they got them bigger automatically now, taller. So ships can pass through. I don't think that it was that high before. That is cool too, because I was already worried how we could get those ships through here. Of course, we would have to rebuild those streets there, but I think it's done it automatically. Right, this one is capped already. So we probably will need, yeah, a second ship on that. It takes quite a while there. And this one is going to be empty before the other ship arrives there. Two ships on that river now. And refined oil is piling up here. So soon the riverlands will have fuel to speed up the growth there as well. And I highly recommend to use the date speed at 1/4 because I just love to watch all those things and have it on high speed, because the normal speed is kind of a bit too slow. So everything moves like it's way too slow. So the second speed is actually better. And the third is the most convenient, I think. But then the date would just speed up way too fast. And oh yes, this is so full, this ship there. We definitely do need a second one. And let's just wait for this to get over there. Lots of refined oil is waiting there already. Do we have another oil well here, close to the river? Nope, doesn't seem to be the case. That's too far away anyway. There we would have one, there we have one. So we could have another oil transporter going there to the refinery there then, because the refinery can still upgrade 2 times there. Has some refined oil now, perfect. This one here, how much do we get out of this one here anyway? If it's full. $400,000, that is not so much. I was expecting a bit more. And so there's a second ship coming out of it now. I think we will need to stop this one here for now. That one takes a bit of time. Yeah, it's full, look at that, and this one didn't even move at all. Now you can start again. So So now we have 2 ships on that route here. And what is he doing? He's actually going back there. I didn't tell him to reverse. Ah, well. Can't change that. So 2 ships on that one here now. Enough oil is waiting there anyway, so they're close together. Who cares? Right, so next step would be then to deliver the fuel to the Riverlands. I don't know how yet. Perhaps we can actually have another harbor here. No, that would be too much. Let's have a train there probably. Oh yeah, definitely cool there with the ships now. Stay tuned.